Tony, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Is Kevin Durant involved in some sort of